billies leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late, and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting fou and unco happy. We think now on the lang Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles, that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth and honest Tam O'Shanter, as he frae airy night did canter, all there, while never a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses. O Tam, hadst thou but been sae wise, as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee weel thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, in market day thou wasna sober, that ilka melder wi' the miller, thou sat as lang as thou had siller, that every naig was carried a shoe on, the smith and thee gat roaring fou on, that at the Lord's house, even on Sunday, thou drank wi' Kirk and Jean till Monday. She prophesied that soon or late thou would be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the murk by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it gars me great to think how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises. But to her tale, a market night, Tam had got planted unco right, fast by an ingle, blazing finely, where reemin swats that drank divinely, and at his elbow Suitor Johnny, his ancient trusty drouthy crony. Tam lo'ed him like a very brother. They had been fou for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, but Tam didn't mind a storm a whistle. Care mad to see a man sae happy, he drowned himself among the nappy. As bees flee hame with lades of treasure, the minutes winged their way with pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, were all the ills of life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread, he sees the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white and melts forever, or like the borealis rays that flit here you can point their place, or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time or tide. The hour approaches, Tam mun ride. That hour o' night's black arch the keystane, that dreary hour he mounts his beastin', and sic a night he takes the road in, as ne'er poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew, as 'twould blown its last. The rattling showers rose in the blast. The speedy gleams the darkness swallowed. Loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand. The deil had business on his hand. Weel mounted on his grey mare Meg, better never lifted leg, Tam still put on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his good blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares, lest bogles catch him unawares. For Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where ghaists and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was across the ford, where in the snow the chapmen smored, and past the birks and meikle stain, where drunken Charlie's bracksneck bane had through the winds and by the cairn, where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well, where Mungo's mither hanged hersel. Before him doon pours all his floods. The Dublin storm roars through the woods. The lightnings flash fae pole to pole, near and more near the thunder's roll. When glimmering through the groaning trees, Kirk Alloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bore the gleams were glancing, and loud resounded mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn? With tippenny we fear nae evil, we Uskabe will face the devil. The swat sae aimed in Tammy's noddle, fair play he carna deals a boddle. But Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and vowed Tam saw an uncle's sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cartillion brent new fae France, but hornpipes, jigstraths, spaes and reels, put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, their sat old Nick in shape a beast, a towsy tyke, black, grim and large, to gie them music was his charge. He screwed the pipes and gart them skirl, till roof and rafters all did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip sleight, each in its cold hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the haly table a murderer's banes and gibbet hairns, 'twas spanlang wee unchristened bairns, a thief new cutted frae a rape, where his last gasp is gabbed it deep. 5 tomahawks wi' blood red crusted, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's thought had mangled, whom his ain son o' life bereft. The grey hair yet stuck to the heft, wi' mair a horrible an offer, which even to name was be unlawful. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, will I seemed like a beggar's clout. 3 priest hearts, rotten black as muck, lay stinking vile in every nook. As Tammy glowered, amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they sit, they crossed, they creakit, till ilka carlin swat and reekit, and kissed her duddies to the walk, and linked at it in her sark. Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been queens, oh, plump and strapping in their teens, their sarks instead of creashy flannin, been snow white 1700 linen, their breeks o' mine, only pair, their aunts were plush, good blue hair. I would hae gaen him off me hardies, frae blink o' the bonny birdies. But withered beldams old and droll, rig woody hags at Spain a fall, looping and flinging on a comic, I wonder didna turn thy stomach. But Tam ken what was what through brawly. There was a winsome wench in Wally, that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For mony a beast to did she shot, and perished mony a bonny boat, and shook baith meikle corn and beer, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark a paisley harn, that while a lassie she had worn, in longitude, though sorely scanty, it was her best, and she was vaunty. Ah, little ken thy reverend granny, that sark she coughed for her wee nanny, with 12 pounds Scots, 'twas all her riches, whatever graced a dancy witches. But here my muse her wing mun cure, sic flights are far beyond her poor, to sing how Nanny lap and flang, a supple jade she was and strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought his very een enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidged for fain, and hotched and blew wi' might and main, till first the caper sign another, Tam tint his reason all together, and roars out, "Well done, cutty sark!" and in an instant all was dark. And scarcely he had Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees bezoot wi' angry fyke, when blundering herds assail their bike, as open pussies mortal foes, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud. So Maggie runs, the witches follow, when Mony and Eldrick screeching hollow. Ya Tam, thou wilt get thy faring. In hell they'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming. Kate soon will be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the casting o' the brig. They're at them thou thy tail may toss. A running stream they darena cross. But ere the casting she could make, the fent her tail she had to shake. For Nanny, far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle. But little wist she Maggie's mettle. A spring brought off her master hale, but left behind her ain great tail. The carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. Now, what this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son take heed. Whene'er to drink you are inclined, or cuddy sarks run in your mind, think ye may buy joys o'er dear, but remember Tam O'Shanter's mare.